Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception.
Mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to look deep down the field. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Griffin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Hundley, screenplay, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. Hard throw, incomplete. Andrew Hawkins, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw is RG3. Gets it to Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Credit into the 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Hundley. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Come on, let's go!
On second down, Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10 now. Griffin out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Here we go!
Throwing, Hundley. Buying time to his left. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Watkins alone on the left side. They go back to the air here after the Taylor hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down.
Hey, you got 3. Let's go! 1, 9!
Here's Taylor to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Long, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Hester. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now Hundley being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Going deep now for Decker. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Griffin. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Howard Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pryor has it complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
1st and 10. It's Taylor. And Dye has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. 1-9.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Try and run for it with McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out come the Bills. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now it's Taylor. Right side complete. That's Woods. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go. Flex round.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins as time expires in the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Did I just see all of that happen? Did I just see the pass, the catch in the end zone for a touchdown, the clock go to zeros? All we've got now is the PAT left before we end a really good half.
Yeah, that's something to take into the lockers. A little momentum to build on for sure.
And what I want you to watch is the team that kicks the PAT as we expected to go through the post. Watch how quickly they head to the locker room. They'll be the ones that have the momentum, and they'll be flying.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw is RG3. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Crowell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Hundley. Pryor has it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Red zone opportunity. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. Looking for someone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Play action. It's Griffin backing up. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's 4th and 4.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And with the play clock almost up, Hugh Jackson's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
After the interception, here's Griffin. Steps away to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And they're going to speed things up here. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
Here's Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor on first down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 15 that time. And the Bills are going to have a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Here's Murray for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football, like the one we just saw there.
Watkins alone on the left side. On first down, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Taylor to throw on second down. He gets it to die outright. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're going to have a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing, Hundley. A screen complete to Crowell. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. He's got time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Taylor on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns getting set to go. And tough starting field position here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eric Decker, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From deep in their own territory. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Another pistol look here. After the interception, here's Griffin, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And still for me, with the injuries, every time he carries that football, you just kind of hold your breath, don't you?
You have to, because you noted it. The injuries in the past have derailed his career up until this point. Now we're seeing some more evidence of him using his legs again, but he does have to be careful. They need him out on the field.
Yeah, RG3, you got to have him out there. So explosive. This is complete to Hawkins. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And here come the Bills. And in 2015, Charles, for the Browns, 18 fumbles, most in the league. Another one here.
And each and every week when we visit with teams, the phrase turnover margin always comes up, doesn't it?
Always.
So it's no surprise that with that number of fumbles, they were 3-13 that season.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Here we go. Red 38. Let's round.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Second down following the incompletion. One receiver right is Watkins.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor to throw on second down. This is caught. Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. and they'll remain down by a point. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
To throw is RG3. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Griffin, screen play, Johnson. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Murray the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Throwing, Hundley. And that is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Griffin. And he's able to find Hawkins. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now Hundley. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. In motion right, the receiver Decker. On 3rd down, Griffin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Terrell Pryor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Sometimes it's a quarterback making a great throw, and sometimes it's a receiver just making an incredible catch, and there it was really the latter.
And the quarterback is so happy because the receiver, in a sense, bailed him out. Great job going and getting the football and creating 6 points for his team.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Come on, let's go! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bills a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch them.
And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now McCoy. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And the Bills getting set to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He's back to throw. And Dye has it over the middle. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's Taylor. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now it's Taylor. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Second down now after the pass completion. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Taylor to throw. got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. In the red zone this time.
Here we go. White, left round. Flick round. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Flick round. Flick round.
Throwing now is Taylor. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Derrick Henry. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.